So I was born in Calcutta in India. So Calcutta in India is we are the settlers in India. So my mom and dad went there because of British rule. They get higher pay than while they're in China. His story is that he wants to go there, do 5 years, make enough money, and then go back home to China. All the land had been confiscated, distributed to different people, and so she decided to go on a cargo ship. So that's how my mom and dad arrived in India.
You had 7 brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And in India, that's how they believe, right? One room, I think that room is 12 feet by 12 feet.
Yeah.
And it has everything in there. Like the kitchen is there, and it's not like the stove kitchen, it's like a burning coal.
Right.
We'll all get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, made our stuff, and take it to the market at I think 6:37, and then we are done by 8:30.
Yeah.
And then, so that's how we slowly started to get out of the poverty. 6 days a week, 12 hours or more every day.
Yeah.
So I was making half decent money.
Yeah.
So he says, why do you want to go and do a tool and die? He said, he says it's a 2 years program.
You're starting over, essentially.
Yeah, you're starting over, and then he says you're not going to be ahead by too much.
Right.
If you do that. You'll almost make the same money after coming out of 2 years.
I see.
So I said, what will take me, what do I need to do to become a real engineer?
See.
So I think it was 22 or 23, I went back to high school.
Oh my.
I said, I'm going to turn right. I'm going to go to high school so that I get to experience what it is to go to a prom.
Yeah, but weren't you like 8 years older than everybody else?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. And I was the oldest kid.
Yeah.
And then my English wasn't very good either, right? So I had to learn English and things like that. I mean, I have got what they call the Indian Chinese English, which is not very good. It's all mixed. Will my title be an engineer?
Right.
And admission officer, yeah, you'll still be an engineer, but you'll be a materials engineer.
So what?
The title was very important for
Sure.
to be an engineer, right? That title is very, very important. So we were just walking by, and we saw this ad and say, "Oh, come for a weekend. We will tell you how to invest in the States and this." So we went there, and we says, "Oh, okay, we can do that." And there is something called investing real estate in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And this guy, he was charging. He said, if you have so much money, I will invest it for you. I can do this. You can do that.
Oh, that sounds sketchy.
Yeah. So the 2-day course was just to let you know what you can do.
Okay.
And the actual thing, when you do it, they'll give you a guidance for, I think, a year, 2 years, or something like that. But that will cost, I think it was $15,000.
Oh my goodness.
At that time. That's how I was so confident doing this investment in Las Vegas. And this is nice.
So why didn't you invest with them? I mean, how did you even find me?
I was just looking, right? I was just looking, and I don't even remember how I found you.
You probably found me on Craigslist.
Yeah, I did. It was this thing. So I did find it. So I had my real estate license in Toronto since 1993.
Really?
Yeah.
You still have one?
I still have one.
Get out.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So I did real estate. I bought and sold. I was really good at that.
And moonlighting as a nuclear engineer.
Anyway, so I have been doing real estate for a long time.
I did not know this.
So the process of buying and selling was very natural to me.
Uh-huh.
Like I would do closing of sales till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Went to my bank. I said, how much can I get home line of credit? They gave me $700,000.
Oh my goodness.
And I came here and I said, I'm going to spend all my $700,000.
Well, I always worried about my investors getting over leveraged.
Yeah.
So that's always first and foremost my mind. 'Cause
So-
that's where investors fail. They get too successful, and they get top heavy and fall over.
Yeah. If I lose my 700, let's say Jim turned out to be a crook, and then 700,000 gone down the drain.
You
But
still
I
have a
still
backup
have
plan.
my full-time job that will cover all my expenses.
Right.
And my wife still have a teaching job that will cover everything.
Yeah. Now, did
So-
your wife know?
Yeah, we knew. She knew.
Okay.
She knew about investing, that we are going to US to invest, but she didn't know the nitty-gritty of...
She didn't know the extent of your
the risk.
You didn't know how much you put down. That's pretty funny. What gave you the courage to call some random guy on Craigslist on buying real estate?
You had a very good website. I don't know whether you knew that or not.
Oh,
It
no.
had everything. When I went through it, I had actually a binder. I printed everything you posted.
No kidding.
Everything. I still have that binder.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then I said, you know what? I'm going there anyway. Let's go and find out what it is.
Yeah.
And the only thing I wanted to see was what you had in terms of maintenance. You had a couple of your guys doing the work and all the stuff.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Yeah. And so you had everything. You had the real estate, you had the property manager. You impressed me quite a bit, right?
Oh, well, thank you.
Because you had everything.
Yeah, a lot of people try to manage properties from another state, but
No, you can't.
It is
do it.
not
You have to
practical.
have a local person.
Right.
And that's the reason. Once I saw that, with all those in place, I then said, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I think I put an offer for 3 properties on that one visit, the
Yep.
first day. 3 or 4 properties.
You're on title. Yeah, so even if something happens to me, that asset belongs to you. I created a system for measuring a property.
Yeah.
This is where the engineering came through. I came up with the 5 components of a property. Yeah. Well, there was a new technology that was coming out, and that was YouTube. And video property. A lot of investors' confidence in buying something because they could actually see it. They saw the metrics on the property. And I've got one investor who bought, I think, 3 or 4 properties. I had never met him. He's a doctor. I never met him. He never saw the properties he bought. And he hadn't seen his property until like 2 years ago. So he had owned these properties for like, I don't know, a decade. And so, he came into town and oh, you're in town. He said, yeah, but only for a couple hours. He says, yeah, I drove by him just to make sure you weren't making these things up.
So Barb, I don't know whether you knew or not, when you came in and say, hey, I'm going to help you sell a few of your properties, that was in 2018. Selling those 3 properties gave me enough money with some of my savings to apply for a green card. It's called the EB-5. So that's what I did. So you selling the properties for me gave me the funds to invest in that program. My whole family got the green card, and the 3 kids are US permanent resident. So one is in Rochester, so she's going to start her med school in this August. So when we signed her up, she was an 8-year program, 4 years undergrad and 4 years med school. So she's going to start her med school now. The second daughter is on 7 years. We call it a direct entry. That means when you go in, you do your undergrad and med school at the same time, in series. So my second daughter is 7 years. She's in Long Island, and she is doing her 2nd year undergrad. And then my third one, my twin son, he's in Atlanta. He's doing engineering, mechanical engineering. He's in his 2nd year.